Oh, look at there. What a way to start off, right? This piece of junk. That's what you get for cheap tripods. Well, I'll go ahead and leave that in. Time for another weekly shop update. Let's see if I can get my camera squared up just a little better there. Quite a bit going on as usual. Actually, my main focus this week has been getting the heat treat oven put together. I'll actually take you on a little field trip over there to the other side of the shop before I cut the camera off and give you a little bit of a visual overview of where I'm at on the oven. Definitely made progress on it this week, slowly but surely. I'm actually hoping maybe to have it more or less finished by tomorrow or Monday at the latest. Well, actually, right now it is tomorrow. It's Sunday morning, just after midnight. But I'm hoping I've got just a couple little minor details to wrap up. I've got to get the element stretched and laid out. I got to drill holes for the leads, as well as mount the electrical boxes that they're going to be connected in. And then I've got to drill and mount my thermocouple. And that'll pretty much be it, other than just the final assembly. Although once I get the leads drilled and kind of mounted for the thermocouple in place, I'm going to take everything back out and paint everything. Actually, with this paint right here, it's a high heat up to 2,000 degree matte black paint. So I'm going to go ahead and paint it, see if maybe I can keep it from rusting on me or, you know, looking like crap right away. We'll get it painted, let the paint dry, and then everything will come back and get reassembled. And that may happen even as soon as by tomorrow evening. We'll see. Hopefully no later than Monday. And when I can get a couple hours, I'll go ahead and bring it up to, say, 1600 degrees for a couple hours. Let it soak and just make sure everything looks fine. And, you know, make sure that there's no issues with thermal expansion or, you know, what have you. Make sure the element's going to do what I need it to do. And then if everything looks good, we'll call that project complete, and we'll get into some knife making and heat treat some blades. I've actually got a small fixed blade design I'd like to work on soon. Got kind of an inlaid handle worked up in Fusion that I'm going to cut out on my CNC router when that's ready. So I'm excited to try that out. I've also got a couple of slip joints here that I'll probably make some blades and springs for, get those heat treated. I've got this trapper design that I need to make some more blades and springs for. I've still got to do another handle for this one, so I want to make sure it's dialed in before I make any to sell. But once I redo the handle and it's dialed in like I want, I'll probably actually sharpen this one up and carry it. It'll be one that I keep. But then I'll, again, heat treat a couple of blades and springs and maybe see about making some to put up for sale. And then I've also got this sway back jack design. I've got to make a new blade and spring for this handle. Actually redesigned the blade and spring, but this one, it's got a gap and it's way too tight. But that's kind of the overall design. Actually, may have overground this one just a little bit as well. So I may be able to save the handle, but I definitely need to redo the blade and spring. So again, once that oven's up and running, we'll be making some blades and springs and jumping into that. As far as other things, I worked on shop knives a little bit this week as well. I got a few shipped out. I've still actually got 5 or 6 if anybody's interested of the black linen micarta. They're $65 each plus shipping. $7.65 for priority flat rate. That'll ship anywhere in the US. And if you'd like 2 or more, I'll combine shipping. If you buy 3, I'll cover shipping for free, just remind me. But like I said, I got, I think 5 or 6 of them ready to go right now. I may have a couple more within the next week or two, maybe a brown one and a couple of other colors. We'll see. Like I said, I got a lot of projects kind of in the works, so I'd like to maybe take a break off the shop knives and to get some other things done and out. But as far as other things, you guys may have noticed that I came up with a new logo for Riley Knife and Tool. And, originally I'd planned on kind of keeping the AR logo. I'm not sure to what extent, if at all, I'll actually keep or use that. Right now, I think I've still got it up as a thumbnail for my social media pages. That may or may not change. We'll see. But I did get the Riley Knife and Tool logo pretty much wrapped up. I was basing it more or less off of a nameplate for a machine. Is kind of the aesthetic I'm going for. I wanted something simple, something clean, and I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. And actually, if you guys want to leave me some feedback on it, I'd appreciate it. But in the meantime, I have also ordered some stickers based on that design that I'm hoping show up this coming week. So that'll be something nice and new to include with different things that I ship out. Anybody that wants just the sticker, if I don't have anything like a shop knife or pocket knife or a bottle opener or something to include it with, if you just want the sticker, let me know. We'll work something out. I might just ask that you pitch in for whatever it costs to ship them. I'm imagining just an envelope with a stamp should cover most of the U.S. And like I said, I'll include it for free with anything that I'm shipping product-wise. But if you want just a sticker, let me know. We'll try to work something out when those get in. I've had about 500 or so of them made, so should be plenty to hand around, assuming they come out like I want them to. They did send me a proof. I approved that, so they should come out pretty nice. I'm looking for those hopefully early this week, so probably mid to late this coming week, actually. So when those get in, I'll let you guys know. And again, if you want one, I'll see about getting some to you. As far as other things with Riley Knife and Tool, I did go ahead and decommission the arcustomknives.com. I've deleted that site, and I've actually purchased the domain for RileyKnifeandTool.com. So I'm hoping to get that up and running here within the next couple of weeks or so, or at least get a couple of pages up, just to have a link, active. And eventually that's something I'd maybe like to get a little more consistent on as well. Not just Instagram or Facebook or other forms of social media, but actually getting and utilizing a website. As ironically, it's the only thing I'm really paying money for every month, so I need to utilize it. And I'm kind of working on some different ideas. I'd like to have a weekly update for the website as well, whether it's even just linking to this shop update. I don't know, but ultimately, ideally, I'd like to have maybe weekly drops of products. At the very least, bi-weekly or once a month, depending on what I can make or have available. We'll see. But I would like to utilize the website, so I do need to kind of get that going. I'm not a web designer. I know maybe enough to be dangerous, but I need to just sit down and knock a couple pages out that you guys can click on a link to. And then along with that, I also plan on getting some cards made, probably some business cards for the website, maybe my @Riley Knife and Tool for Instagram. Again, I want something clean and simple. I'll probably have the logo on one side, maybe just the website on the other. Just to have something I can hand people. If you want to contact me, you can go to the website and find, a contact form there. I kind of hesitate to put a phone number on it. I get enough spam calls as it is. I'm still kind of debating. It's not that I don't want to talk to anybody. I have absolutely no problem calling somebody up and having an hour-long conversation on the phone. But whether I want to put that on a business card or even on my main website, I'm still kind of debating that. you know, at the very least, I'll have some kind of an email or a contact form, and that'll be what the card likely points to. So still working on all that. You know, that's going to be kind of a long, drawn-out process, I'm sure. Like I said, the main focus, which I'm about to show you, is that heat treat oven, getting that running, and then I can get back to kind of running the machines and maybe churning some stuff out. As far as anything else, you know, I don't really have a whole lot left to update you guys on. I'm trying to keep this one a little shorter this week, hopefully 15 minutes or less, so we'll try to wrap this up pretty quick. I am going on vacation here from work for about a week and a half, starting Wednesday. That doesn't necessarily mean a vacation from the shop. I'll probably be out here working as much as ever. But I've also got some things to do around the house. I've got some work I've got to do on my wife's van, fixing the air conditioning in it. So plenty of other things to do besides, you know, knives and tools and things. But I do hope to, you know, still get out here and work in the shop a few days. Definitely got to get it cleaned up and organized a little better. Maybe try to get rid of some stuff. And really just try to get it to where I can walk around. It's getting pretty ridiculous out here. So that'll definitely be a major focus while I'm off work. I'm going to try to spend at least a good solid day or two just cleaning stuff up and starting the organization process. And then maybe at the same time or around that time, working on some knives and tools as well. So let's go ahead and just take a quick trip over here to the heat treat oven. I'll show you where I'm at on that. You will at this point likely have seen or soon be seeing an Instagram update as well. But I'll go ahead and include it. In the weekly shop update. So this is what we're looking like so far. Just got everything rough assembled. Just so I know where to drill for the element leads and to see kind of where everything's going to fit together as well. The top's off of it right now. I've still got bricks to put in, and then there'll be one more layer of ceramic fiber blanket. And maybe you can kind of see the idea of the assembly here. It's going to have a layer of 1-inch ceramic blanket all the way around the bricks for not only some thermal efficiency, but just to kind of help keep the outside from getting as hot as fast. I've got a little gate latch here. Door's already insulated. I'm actually using insulation from my first heat treat oven, so kind of just a nice little touch there. You know, the oven that got me started kind of lives on a little bit there. And I need to adjust this latch just a little bit more. It's a little bit hard to close, but well, it's more than a little bit hard to close, apparently. There we go. But yeah, it is coming together. Like I say, hopefully by tomorrow I'll have it ready for paint. If not completely painted, and then we may even have time to put it all back together and wire it up. Probably won't have time to soak it, but we'll see. But it is coming together. I'm not winning any aesthetics awards or, you know, any prizes for the cleanest or nicest looking oven, although the paint should help it just a little bit. But it's definitely kind of a rough build. You know, I'm using this very cheap Harbor Freight welder here. I actually only gave 50 bucks to it. I ended up buying it off my neighbor a couple houses down from here. But yeah, it's a cheap welder. It does the job though. It's one thing I would like to upgrade in the near future. And, you know, along with several other things in the shop. But for now, we're upgrading the oven, so we'll just start with that and see where we get. But that's where we're at, guys. Figured I'd just show that to you. Hopefully, like I say, by tomorrow, we'll get most of the rest of the assembly done. And looks like we're past our 15 minutes. So let's go ahead and call it good there, guys. I do appreciate your watching. By all means, feel free to like or comment below. And we'll see you next week.